Hello everyone, welcome back to Studio Andy. For today's video, we will be creating a simple modern woman art piece for beginners, and I will also show you how to paint a white subject using gouache paints. This piece is really easy to make. I myself is a beginner and I think everyone can do it. For the supplies, I am using here the Strathmore Visual Journal 140 pounds or 300 GSM cold press watercolor paper. And for the gouache paints, I am going to use the Miya Himi Gouache Jelly Cups. For beginners, I highly recommend the Miya Himi Gouache because it is so easy to use and the quality of the paint is really good. We're beginning now with the second layer. I let the background dry out first before I started applying this brown shade. See, that's very easy. I think gouache is relatively easy to use than watercolors actually. Also for this brown, I combined the gouache with less water to have a more opaque but matte effect. Let's add more random shapes on the corners. For this side of the painting, I'm going for a warm vibe, so I'm using warm colors like orange, brown, and mustard yellow. I actually created a video review of the Miya Himi Gouache paints. If you haven't seen it yet, please do watch it. I will put the link below. Okay, as promised, I'll now show you how I painted the white subject with gouache. I already have here a sketch of my subject. I actually drew this after the background has dried out. Well, I honestly experimented a bit with this lady's dress, so I am just starting with the white. As you can see, the dress turned out a bit flat, so what we'll do is use a bit of a gray to add texture to the dress. The Miya Himi palette that I got doesn't have a gray shade on it, so what I did was just simply mix a small amount of black with white and of course water. Okay, so let's just paint some gray here around the edges and in the middle to create some contrast. Okay, I'll just let the gray dry a bit. We will come back to that later. Meanwhile, let's do the skin. This is just a combination of the beige and the white colors in the palette. Now let's go back to the dress. By now, the gray is already a bit dry, but still wet enough to blend. So what I'll do here is add more water to my brush and blend the gray with the white to create some textures on the dress.
Do you like it better when you see the sun? Do you like it better when the sky is blue? I know I do. Yeah. In a summer state of mind, we be wasted all the time. In a summer state of mind, in a summer state of mind.
There you go! By adding a bit of gray to the white mixture, the dress doesn't look flat anymore. It looks lifted and has more texture. Now let's move to the hat. I drew a wide circle around here, and what I'm doing now is just adding short strokes in circular motion to show or create that rough texture of a beach hat. Let's go back to our painting on the left. If you watch my other videos, you will notice that I really love painting botanicals. So of course, to make this the Andy tutorial that it is, I'll just add some leaves accent on the corners. The paint on this side has completely dried out, so it is easier to add another layer. And that's it! This gouache tutorial is perfect for beginners who have just started painting or who are exploring different art mediums. I suggest that when you practice, you play with the different color mixtures, especially when painting a white subject, and eventually you'll get the hang of it. Thank you for watching! If you want to see more tutorial paintings for beginners, please hit the subscribe button below.